Here's how to use self-joins broken down into two parts, conceptual and practical. I'll first show you what goes on behind the scenes when you implement the self-join, and then I'm going to walk you through an example where you get to actually implement the self-join. I would say that this is one of the hardest joins to wrap your head around, so make sure to follow along the entire video, because once you understand this join, all the other kinds of joins are going to make a lot more sense. The basic definition of a self-join is that it's a regular join operation where you join a table to itself so that you can compare different rows within the same table. So let's break this down even more. Let's just say we have a table filled with some data. If there's some kind of relationship inside that same table, for example, employees and their managers, then we can explore that even further by treating that table as two separate instances, by specifying two separate aliases. And from there, just like any other join, we can specify the column name that we want these separate instances to be joined on. All right, I know some of you guys watching this might be applying to jobs or internships, so I thought it'd be fun to create a simple table that has data on candidates. And in this case, we're gonna say that the people here are part of the recruiting funnel, and that includes the job applicants and the employees who referred those job applicants. And I'm gonna run this statement. This is going to create the table, and then this statement is going to insert these 5 rows into the table. And so I'm gonna drop all the code in the description below so that you can follow along with me. You can see that this is a really simple data set. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, and I'm gonna be explaining each of the columns later in the video. Okay, now that we have our data set up, we're ready to implement the self-join. But before I show you how to do that, we need to first understand our data, because it's gonna make implementing the self-join a lot easier. Okay, so we're gonna do the most basic SQL statement, and that is the select star. So we're gonna say select star from the table name, which in this case is candidates. And once I run that, it's going to, oh wait, I spelled that wrong. Okay, candidates, not candidate. It's plural. So yeah, once I do that, we have 5 rows. The most important ones that you need to know are the candidate IDs and the referred by ID column. The candidate ID column is a primary key, which basically is a unique identifier for every row. And then our role column tells us whether the person in the data set is an employee giving the referral or is the job applicant. And then this referred by ID column tells us who referred the applicant. If the person is actually the employee, then that value is going to be null. So hopefully that makes sense. We're going to be able to do, or with self-joins, we're going to be able to easily do comparisons within the same table, and we're going to be able to have the different rows side by side. And if that doesn't make any sense, then keep watching this video, because it will make sense by the end. Okay, now finally it's time for the self-join. If you've been following along the entire video, you're gonna find that it's pretty intuitive. All right, so let's say that we want to display the job applicant name as well as the corresponding referral name side by side. Then we gotta use the self-join for that. And we're gonna say select c.name as candidate name, and then r.name as referral name. And we're going to say from candidates as C, inner join candidates as R. And the column that we're going to join these 2 instances on is going to be, it's not going to be on one column, because we need to use referred by ID column and the candidate ID column. So we're going to use the C instance and check if that instance's referred by ID value is equal to the r instance's candidate ID value. And so once I do this, it's going to find all the matches between the referred by ID as well as the candidate ID column between the 2 instances. And so in this case, if I run this, we're gonna, or once I run this, I'm not gonna run it yet, but I just wanna explain to you. So we're going to check if the referred by ID is equal to the candidate ID. So in this case, 1 is equal to 1. So Bob and Alice are going to be returned in the same row. And same with Carol and Alice, because they have the referred by ID value and then the candidate ID value. And then Joe and Dan are also going to be returned on the same row because of the 3 and the 3 here. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a little bit hard to wrap your head around, but as long as you understand the main idea of self-joins and that we're just comparing different rows within the same table here, then after you do some more practice, it should make more sense. So let me run that. And we got what we wanted. If you want more information on inner joins and left joins, then check out this video over here. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for self-joins. Thank you guys so much for sticking all the way to the end. And hopefully I see you guys in this video. Have a good day.